Hi, how are you? Hope you're well. Over the next couple of weeks, I'm going to be talking to you about the 5 R's. So the 5 R's are a great simple guideline that helps you to not only shop for healthier foods, but also to eat more healthier foods. And the one that we're going to be talking about today is the foods that rot. So that's your first one, foods that rot. So it's a fun one today. We want to be eating foods that break down and rot and ferment because they are more natural. Foods that don't rot, don't break down, they are usually full of preservatives, and they are the E numbers to look out for. The preservatives are E200 to E299, and they are in different groups. There's different types of preservatives. You've got your nitrates, you've got your sulfites, which I've spoken to you about before, but there's also other ones as well. So I'm going to share with you some foods that I've got here, just as a guideline as to what has a lot less preservative in and what has a lot more preservative in, and you'll see that from the age of the food and also their composition. And we know that bodies after we die are not breaking down and decomposing the way we used to, and one of the thoughts behind this is because of the amount of preservatives that we're eating. Potentially up to 70% of our foods that we're eating contain preservatives. And you think, well, why do I care? I'm dead. I don't care how long it takes me to decompose. It's the question behind, what are these doing to us while we're alive, if they're having that much of an effect on our bodies? So I'm going to share with you now what I've got here. Should we start with, let's start with the one in the nicest condition, shall we? So I have here some wholemeal tortilla wraps. And this wholemeal tortilla wrap, as you can you see any mold on it? I certainly can't see any mold on it. It's a bit crispy, not as flexible as it once was, but it's got no signs of anything growing on it. And this wrap is 6 months past its sell by date, so it's 6 months older, but I'm sure if you put it in the microwave and softened it up, you could actually eat it and be absolutely fine. There's nothing growing on this, no mold, yeast, bacteria, nothing. Here I have an English muffin. It's quite hard, but this English muffin is 9 months old, and the only bit of mould I can see growing on it is a couple of tiny little spots on this side. But apart from that, the rest of it's got nothing on it. And then here I've got my wholemeal bread, just some regular wholemeal bread. Now this one is now 17 days old, and you will see it's got quite a decent amount of mould on it. It's gone a bit yucky. You certainly wouldn't eat that, but it's showing that it's got live stuff on it because bacteria and fungi are growing on it, which is a good thing. It's a good thing. And you can see in the bread, this one in it has got the calcium propionate. It's also got caramelized sugar, emulsifiers in it, but it's the calcium propionate, which one of our preservatives. Whereas these wraps have got, I think 2 preservatives in. It's got the, where are we? It's got potassium sorbate, and it's also got the calcium propionate. So it's got a couple of different preservatives in these ones. But my favourite one is, now you know what I was saying, sourdough bread. It's great, it's fermented, it's lovely. This sourdough bread is the same age as that wholemeal bread. It is 17 days old. I should hold my breath for this one. And you can see, even from the packaging, look, it's green. Right, I really should hold my breath. Now look at this bad boy, ready? Oh, it's falling apart as I pick it up. Gosh, you can see the mould just puffing out of it as I lift it up. Clearly, that is rotting. It is covered, ooh, lovely. It's rotting. I'm going to close that up. Try not to breathe in all those mould spores. But on the ingredients list on that one, it hasn't got any preservatives in. I can recognise and read all of the ingredients quite straightforward, quite simply. So my point here is we want to eat foods that rot. We want to eat foods that bacteria wants to grow on and to feed off, because it proves there's a living thing. So, you know, your strawberries, your blueberries, all your fruits and veg, they rot, they go off, they are good for us, they are natural. Things that don't go off, things that are high in preservatives, they're the things that we want to avoid, because we want to look after and maintain the best health. And just another couple here, you know, these spreads that we've got, I've got a couple of them here, and these are both past their sell-by dates as well, but nothing wants to live off them, nothing. And you could leave these outside in the garden for months and there would still be nothing living off those. And you know, I've done it before, I've left them out in the garden, no insects or animals even want to touch it. No, they won't go near it, the dog won't even eat it. So just be aware, things that don't go off, yeah, no mold in there either. So they are the things that we want to avoid. So ask yourself, when you're food shopping, look out for the preservatives, E200 to 299. They're the sulfites, sorbates, nitrates, propropionates, all of those things like that. I'm going to be talking to you a lot more about these anyway. But join me next time, we'll be talking about the second R. So yeah, have a little look at what's in your cupboard. If it goes off quite quickly, then you know it's definitely worth eating. Maybe just get a fresher one. But if it doesn't rot, if it doesn't degrade, if it doesn't break down, then I wouldn't buy it again. So yeah, hope you enjoyed that. I'm just going to open a window now and get some ventilation in here. And I'll see you soon. See you on the next one. Take care. Bye.